This is so stupid, so I'm gonna have him lay it on me. Thick. Ooh. Franco-Nigerian cavalry boots. Tear. Nice. The boat is floating freely on the water, unmoored. Money! Here, let's look at the boots and put them on, see if it sparks anything. Thanks for the tip on that, by the way. Let's see. Good old calf-length cavalry boots. Mount that horse and ride into the night. The heel comes in handy too. It definitely makes you some good 5 centimeters taller. But it could be that it's also making you sharper, more perceptive to your surroundings. Now that you've gained a new perspective, as a short man, I feel like I can relate. Yeah, it's whatever she's currently doing. Not much for us. Sure. Let's throw them on. Seems like a good thing to do anyway. Didn't trigger any thoughts. Oh, maybe it did. Planks creak beneath your weight. No, it was just the walking that triggered it. I see. The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Let's see. Make sure to wear these boots when I go back into the cabin later, just to see if that helps me to spot something to look beneath the floorboards. Let's go this way. Little black swallow circles above you. You hear it chirrup. What can we find? Seems like there's a thing over there, but I don't know. Oh, hey. More money. Part of another motor carriage, it seems. The rear tire of a motor carriage adorns these reeds. Something here we missed. Rust-eaten letters read muzzled. Oh hey, there's a plank we can cross. We can go over now? Oh, there's another one over here too. Might have already crossed that. Yes, we shall let the pathing do the work. Whoa! Ran really far. Okay. Oh, these are gonna be the dudes. Tiny cages carefully constructed. Morel. This is Morel, isn't it?
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this gem.
Of course they gave him, like, an Australian accent. Fucking Crocodile Dundee. Awesome.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officer.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
This character's name is Gary, the crypto-fascist. Huh.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
It must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
I'm gonna withhold the whole story from Morel and his fascist friend. The water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Bede. That's New Zealand, actually, right?
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long. I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
He refastens a bit of netting that has come loose in the wind.
For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
Is that so, Evolution? Is that so? Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists in our present case.
What sorts of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide
It's my
itself?
hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
Sounds like gobbledygook to me.
But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolve, without studying a live specimen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
I mean, again, it's really easy to think of this guy as a crackpot. But there was some paranatural thing that did happen that I'm pretty sure Kim was a witness for. I should go back and watch the footage. That's when we contacted Tricentennial Electrics, I think is what they were called. We spoke to somebody who has now existed in 100 years. Why are you so interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colorful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
Typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for.
He's right about that.
Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
Would be glory itself.
Huh. What have you discovered about it so far? Huh?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So, no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
But if no one can prove it exists, how do you know it's real? the exact question that was in my mind. I'm glad I get the chance to ask
I
him.
know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says, brusquely enough that even he seems taken aback by it.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
I mean, to be fair to him, this is the same sort of evidence that police work on, right?
What would it be like to grasp and hold onto something you think is next to you, or just behind you, like a trace of vapor you exhaled one spring morning as a child? This is what he's searching for. A spectre.
Lena said there has been a sighting of it here in Martinez.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
It's funny, I just had this thought, like, this talk with Morel, like, seems like such a deviation from the main plot here, right? But it's done with as much care and detail and interest as everything else that I've done. So it's gotta fold back in somehow in ways that I'm just not seeing yet. Or maybe I just haven't put enough thought into it. Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out.
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
What? I know what it is. But my character is stupid and he does not know. Got it. Parthenosis.
Parthenogenesis, meaning the females don't need males to reproduce, makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
Crime against passion and common sense. This arouses no special feelings in me.
And it shouldn't. Nature does not concern herself with ethical propositions. As a scientist, my interest is strictly dispassionate.
Don't think that's true. I'm not gonna talk to him for too long. Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morel. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course
Actually,
it's
I kind of
important to
did.
her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She's sighted the phasmid? She didn't tell me that.
Yes, that's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
Needless to say, indeed.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Huh. It's a far cry from a dispassionate scientific interest, isn't it?
His spirit may be willing, but his body might be too old to endure the rigors of the coast.
Maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, come back to check on the traps later?
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
I have a feeling I know where this is going. Are we going to get a task to watch the traps?
He's dead set on this.
And there it is. Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed them
Yes.
with some pride. Again, so much for the dispassion.
More than some, he admires this about her.
I can see why they like each other. How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
And what are you using as baits?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm.
And what will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought. Yes. What?
What if I checked the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
He looks at you with obvious surprise. It's only because Lena has the hots for me, buddy. All of these options are fucking gold. You know what? Just because it would annoy Kim. Oh, but this one's so good too. Oh, chaos is my method. I am its scion. What a fucking thing to say. Let's go with that.
Well, be that as it may, I'd really appreciate the help.
I can see where the traps are, but I'll ask.
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near.
Alright.
Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church.
Okay.
The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them...
He gestures to the trap in front of him. Okay.
You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
What do I do if there's a phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
Okay. And, what if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed.
What am I getting myself into?
Did you hear that? Pheromones. You were right about the teenagers.
Oh, I'm remembering. Yeah, so it really was the phasmid that made the teenagers
Oh.
make out.
I doubt there is any connection there. Anyway, these pheromones will attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Should last you about a week.
This is so stupid, so I'm gonna have him lay it on me. Dick. Turns out, you can get skill points that way. He douses you with the odd-smelling spray, a double helping as you presented your other armpit, and then gives you a satisfied nod.
This is the smell of dying reeds, of longing crumbling into the water.
I'm ready. Let's get to it.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask.
Finally, you're being sensible. I'll start packing right now.
I'll get going. These soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. Still, they won't light up. Is there money over here? It is. What's this? These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes. Crumbling. That makes sense. This whole place is riddled with them. Do I want to talk to Gary? I don't know. I don't think that's necessary. Alright, let's... Okay, at least there's not like a time limit for us to do it. He's just sort of worried of no one being out here to check on them. Alright. Alright. I feel like I should open up another thought slot. Can you do two at once? I don't know. Okay, let's explore the coast more. I'm going to go back over this
That
place a
patch
lot.
of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
Huh. Well spotted, Inland Empire. Wait, I can't see anything interesting.
You don't have a reason to. Yet.
What is this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
A buoy bobs in the water. The number on it says 11. Huh. It's almost impossible to get if I were going this near to the ocean. That's why. Let's use WASD temporarily to see if I can find the edges of where I can walk. Because sometimes it's not so clear. Okay. I have a feeling these things that are encased in yellow are like, you have to have your perception to a certain level to see them. So I wonder what a high perception play would be like. No boat in the boathouse today. What's this? Ooh. Oversized superstar sunglasses. And magnesium. Okay, we'll check out the sunglasses. Is your own stardom too dazzling for your eyes? Can't bear to look at your own fabulous reflection in the mirror? Then these classic oversized sunglasses are for you. Alright, let's put them on temporarily. Nothing? Okay. Let's go back to our other Gem Rock Biker Cop Sunnies. For the empathy. There's one of the traps.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Let's have a look around.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building rise over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. The reeds rustle confidently. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now, only the wind blows.
Let's reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Alright. Trap checked. This boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. More money. This is perhaps the only thing about the game that's like very game-like, just finding money everywhere. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench covered in rust.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Oh, it's a firing squad. Even more bullet holes. Something has definitely happened
The
here.
density and spread of these bullet holes is surprising. This takes a lot of bullets. Fully automatic rifle fire.
Let's see if my visual calculus can figure it out.
Unable to piece together the big picture just now. There's a hole in their hypothesis.
I'm dumb.
The scattering of bullet holes looks like one giant smiling mouth, smiling its deadly smile, laughing at you and the world and the living.
Let's walk away. I could put on some items to help with that. If I wanted to. Such as that. Do I have anything else to help with visual calculus? I feel like I do. I do. Tell you what. Let's give it one more try, shall
A
we?
scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Oh, I can't. Interesting. Alright. Oops, my bad. Well, in that case. It's funny, putting these on actually reduces my visual calculus by 2, because it's not just negating, it's not just removing the bonus, it actually subtracts 1 beyond that. Let's see, put that back on, and my Biker Cop Sunnies. Entree into night. Probably did not say that right at all. An old ticket taker booth, no longer in operation. People paid money to park here? No one would pay now. Oh, this must be the church. Some money and some tear. Glad I always have that plastic bag on me. Some more money over there, some more tear. I'll take it. Yeah, this is definitely the church. What was that? Pipo. The fuck is a pipe? A small wire framing inside this futuristic-looking fallen Pipo hat. Oh, it's a hat. Okay. Gives it the aerodynamic shape of a swoop skier's helmet, but none of its protective qualities. Covers the wearer's ears and eyebrows to bring down the drag coefficient. Oh, interesting. Aids with logic. The door is not only barred shut, it is inaccessible. Okay. Looks like that is all there is to see near the church. I sort of expected more, but that's fine.